negative time with
Oh.
still deafen. What's up, gamers? Welcome back to the Mario Kart Central Solo Circuit 150cc FFA. We'll be doing the second room of the quarterfinals now. We had a pretty exciting first room. The pack was really tight for pretty much the whole event. Last couple of races got a little spread a bit. So we're hoping to see something like that. In this round, these 12 racers are going to be trying to punch their ticket into the semifinals or the top 24. So we'll see how that goes here. Do you have anything to comment on?
Not really. I haven't really seen the rooms yet, as I kind of got home just a little bit ago. I caught the end of the last room though, and it seemed pretty hyped. So I'm excited to see what the second quarterfinal room has in store.
Yeah, I'm used to seeing like the picture up with the people in the room pre-hand, but
Yeah,
I don't see that right now, so I'm a tad shook, to be honest.
It'd be kind of poggers if you get a graphic of who's in the room. But it's up to the stream host for that one to work out. Alright. So while Rookie just yelled at me for 15 seconds, it appears that we now have a graphic. So in this room we have Nico, Squids, Spike, Bowen, Power, Angel, Apex, Cudge, Sergio, Edgy, Audi, and Green. So what are your thoughts on this group?
That's a pretty interesting lineup. Power's definitely looking pretty strong. Spike usually turns up in these kind of events, so I'm expecting to see a lot from him. Angel seems like he's been playing a lot more lately, and he's a good presence as well. It'll be interesting to see if, and Sergio actually has been kind of dominating so far too. He's had some really good gameplay, so there's definitely getting some Spanish pressure in this room for sure. It'll be interesting to see if the Aplex Cudge rivalry we saw earlier on the first stream continues, as they were kind of in each other's face 12 out of 12 races. So we'll see if that stems over to this. Oh, you can't? Oh, you hate to see it. Is there only 11 in the room? Are we only gonna have 11 then?
It's kind of soft, honestly.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Real life. Unfortunately, real life has to take precedence over gamer life. It's a sad world we live in here, but it is what it is.
So we may be potentially seeing a 10-player room.
Which means we will not have the bots on, which means the point distributions will be different, so that's definitely something to take into consideration. And it'll also be interesting to see how more of the luck tracks play out, as we saw in the first stream this morning when it was Cudge. He picked Donut Plains 3, got his pick, decided to run it in a 9-man room FFA. Usually running that in an FFA can go bad, but it was a 9-player room. There was no blue, no shock. It turned out for him. It got him to advance. So we'll see if more people try to take a approach like that with smaller player rooms for those types of races where there's usually a lot of bagging. Maybe we'll see a little less. So that'll be interesting to keep note of.
Yeah, definitely. When there's less players in a room, bagging, the power of it's kind of just like severely decreased. I think the only time that I usually see races play out the same when there's less players is on Cheeseland. But besides that, you don't really see people just chilling like half a lap behind first place to try and get the shock, since the shock in an FFA is like 10 times more powerful than in a typical war, since you can screw over literally everyone in the room instead of just half. So
yeah, it's definitely a very powerful item. Especially if you chain it with a bill too on Cheeseland, it's probably another reason it's got one of the huge bill spots, so people probably try to do it more to capitalize on that as well. If you get a shock bill combo in an FFA on Cheeseland and you don't finish in a top spot, then you're either just choking or just like something super unfortunate happens. So that's probably a good reason why that still happens in smaller rooms for Cheese for sure.
So still waiting on the last, but there potentially may not be a last. So this kind of gonna be offered
kind of in the open air right now for our boy Sergio. Whether he can come and grind, we'll find out, but hopefully he does, because he had a solid performance in the previous round in the top 48. So hopefully he's able to come in here and try to punch his ticket into the semifinals, which is not an easy task to do on a tournament of this caliber. Be nice to pad his resume with that for sure.
We're getting some words that Sergio is not playing, but people have been kind of sus with the registration factor, so not sure if he will end up showing up or not. He is online Discord right now though, so actually could get a response.
Yeah, we're also getting see Damien in the chat there, noticing that Power is not rocking the blue hair like he usually has. So that'll be interesting. Getting the hair color swap. Maybe it adds a bit of pressure. Maybe it's going to take a bit away. We'll find out. We know people change their hairstyles in sports. Sometimes it just changes their whole career. So we'll see if that hair swap on Power does anything. So it's true. Like you look at Andrew McCutcheon. He was one of the best players, cut his amazing hair, and then he became mediocre. I'm just saying, it's a thing.
I mean, you also got Jacob deGrom.
Yeah, he's the exception to the rule, though, because he's just a god no matter what happens. But yeah, so we'll see if that has anything to play. So it does seem like it's looking less like Resurgio. We do see Green dip from the room for a second, but it's just a me swap. He kind of wants to join in on the purple gang. It doesn't look too pleased, though. I think he's not too happy about a 10-player room, maybe, but that me does not look too pleased with the situation.
I think we'll have a final decision soon. No word from Sergio, though. So maybe looking at a 10-player room. Yep.
Yeah, it happens. It happens, but it's not optimal. But again, for the players, some of them might enjoy this because 6 out of 10 instead of 6 out of 12 mathematically does give you an advantage. But there are a handful of players that still prefer to do a 12-player room just because they're more used to the item situation.
I mean, also with a smaller room, it's harder to come back if you have a really bad first few races. Since the point distribution's a little bit more weird and there's less, I guess, points to make up with less players in the room.
Yeah, for sure. And we are going to get Power doing the vintage JBZZ start in first RWS host pick. So we'll see if he's able to capitalize on that. Just a token reminder that the first time RWS was banned on Jeeps was top 12. Just thought I'd just throw that out because that's ridiculous. But he doesn't capitalize on it. We get a random anti-dentist, also known as Sweet Sweet Canyon.
Looks like a lot of Waluigi's in the room from what I saw from the little turnaround camera pan.
Yeah, that's what you expect in this kind of situation, but is what it is, so it might be a little difficult, but we'll try our best. Personally, minimap reading is one of my weaker skills. Here we go. This is my here too. Kind of poggers.
So Power getting the key first item defense, which will probably save him until the first or second box, unless he decides to back out this double here.
He does connect on green, it looks like. And he is able to pull the item in time. Luckily, there is no item box lag there. I've seen that kill people so much, item box lag, when they need the protection. So that's good. It looks like the room's pretty solid condition.
So, looks like 2-3's kind of taking out each other right now. Power's chilling with 10 coins at first, but there are people coming up in the cut, so definitely not safe and sound for him right now.
Yeah, we see Squid's right up there as well. And one of the Spanish players, I'm not too sure who that is, because not really using their name. Oh, no, there was someone else. I think it was Angel. I'd assume it was Angel because Sergio's not here either. Power does be able to just keeping his first. It's a pretty clean run so far. He's got a decent amount of lead. He should be able to survive mushrooms this lap again from the spots behind him. He should still be able to be in first if these two people behind him in 2-3 take the cut, I'd think. Yeah, those triple greens though are going to apply mad pressure. Spike is always out for blood.
There is a blue coming in. I think Spike slowed down as well.
Both people slowed down. It does end up going for Spike. Power is still up here. Having a coin right now is a little worrying because it's got a bunch of people around him. One of them could easily just pop a red and just GG his race. It does look like Angel who pulled into first. Green is on the pink path in second. He looks like he might be uncontested as well. Angel
play a huge factor.
Yeah, you just see he backs a green. He is the fire. He connects on at least 3. I think he connected on 3 people there, maybe even 4. Green just grinds to dodge that horn and able to shroom up. Unfortunately for Power, he couldn't take the shortcut, but he ends up with the 5th, which isn't terrible. He was up there the whole race though, so might feel a little bad about that.
That's advancing position.
Yeah, we see Spike did that fireball. All the people he got with the fireball all ended in bottom spots. So that was a huge fireball by Power there on the blue path. Just ending a bunch of careers in one go.
See Donut Plains, RWS, Rainbow Road. It's pretty uncommon. But I mean, that's kind of what you see in FFAs. Though you see people pick the tracks that they like more rather than just the standard meta tracks. So
yeah, or the tracks the team prefers. You get more individuality. You kind of see people's true colors. But that Green, you can see Green as a lot of people probably consider him as the underdog. He was just able to get out of Power's horn there and Shroom to keep that second. We'll see if that plays a role later, but that's definitely a very strong start for Green. Definitely what he was looking for, because that getting hit by that horn, I'm pretty sure he would have gotten like 8th to 10th. So especially if he used a Shroom right as it hit him, then that would have even been worse.
Looking at Rainbow Road on the Mario Kart 8 version, the winner race 2 here. And I think the key factor for this track is the set before the glider. It's kind of like the big blue one in a sense, but it's not as broken. But sometimes you can see people pulling, in a 12-player, you can see some people putting bills in like 7th and 6th, depending on where first place is. So
yeah,
really play key.
Yeah, so see Power here, he's kind of just gonna build up his bank account, be able to purchase the good items at the glider. So he's just gonna play this from the back and abuse the item boxes and try to come up near the end. Maybe even pull a shock. It is very common here as well. One of the more common tracks for sure. We has Boo triple Shrooms. We're not going to see that vintage Boo or Red in last and Red second last situation that tends to happen so much. We do see Kudge gets hit. Now he's back here in Power. Someone else must have got hit as well. Yeah, we do see a Roy far in the back. There's a chance that could be Green. I forget who the other 2 Roys are, but I know Green is one of the Roys.
I think Kudge is one of them, and then the other one I'm not so sure about.
You do see a first shock. That's going to connect on, I believe, only target shocking first place. 2-3 just got on the glider. Maybe one of them even abused a second place box. That could be a huge race for either that Roy or that Wario.
That Golden in 7th, though.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid pull there. It's what you hope for, or maybe a star there, one of the two. We do see Green get hit, so Green is back here.
Ooh, those triple reds as well. Power's kind of set here right now, honestly.
Yeah, these triple reds are definitely a massive X factor. I don't really see triple reds on this track that often, to be honest. I can't really recall any situations where I've seen like a bunch of triple reds here, so it's interesting. He does take out
I think Edgy had a star, so I'm not really sure why he would just opt to get redded, especially on that 3.
Yeah, and the shock's already been no, the shock hasn't been used, so maybe he's trying to dodge a shock here. Power does get the 4th place star. He does not get booed. That's huge. So he's able to dodge that plan.
And
he gets the bam me baby. And then Spike is also getting blued right at the item box. He might not even get that item box. That's gonna kill him. Bowen cheese. No, but the build bomb! The pocket bomb!
There's another bomb coming.
Bowen is not messing around. And just like that, Green just ends himself in 2nd again. Bowen and Green are just popping off right now. They're like, bro, like, you may think we're not one of the top players in this room, but you know what? Like, we're here to play and we're going to game.
Big gamers?
And they're definitely making a big statement here. Fortunately for Power, he was still able to get 3rd place after taking that bomb. So that's still a very good race for Power there.
I mean, honestly, after he does that shock, I really thought it was Power's race to lose, but then just the man in the bill comes up and just lays the hands down.
Yeah, you don't really expect a pocket bomb after a bill. That's an unlikely situation to happen. So definitely, I don't think anyone would have seen that coming for sure. A bomb out of a bill, just don't see that a lot.
I guess what happened was like he only had one item at the time, so the bill went through the boxes, and that's how he pulled the bomb.
Yeah, it's most likely what happened, but even then, that's just an odd situation. So they're gonna go to Yoshi Valley. I'm guessing the person who picked this is a big fan of the Starbucks' pumpkin spice latte, but we'll never know.
Still full.
It's just a hunch.
20% off.
Yeah.
So obviously Yoshi Valley, 4 different routes to go to at the start. Actually, might be 5. I don't really remember clearly.
1, 2.
Yeah, no, it's 5.
It's 5, but 2 of them kind of merge halfway through, I think. There's just a lot going on here. There's so much going on here, any of the OGs that play Minecraft 64, that the game can't even render the positions. Everyone's just a question mark until the game ends, which is actually really hype. I kind of wish they kept, like, if there was, like, a thing here that showed the standings, which it doesn't, it would have been nice. And in 8U, it would have been nice if they kept the question marks, honestly, on the gamepad, but it is what it is.
Mean, they kind of do at the end of every race where they hide your position at the very end, but besides that, not really much to offer. So standard items for Power here in 8th, hoping, I guess, to continue getting a star since he's still pretty far away from first.
Yeah, he's going to be banking on here to pull another star here, ideally, is what he's going to go for here. A boo, it's not terrible. I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad either. Still can dodge the shock, maybe. Still good. I mean, he does get back by Squids' green there. That's going to bring him back a bit, but nothing too serious on this track.
Ooh, that boomerang though. Although I'm not sure it really mean much when he's this far back.
It doesn't mean much for him, but it means a lot for the people around him potentially as he does connect on Angel there. Ooh, the boomerang coming back actually hurt him a lot. It prevented him from getting 2 new items. Now he's just stuck with
he gets the single
mushroom last. Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
The red too.
We'll see what Squids does with this red if he opts to be just an absolute butthead with this red or not. We'll see.
I mean, it's definitely. I mean, he's behind power in the standings right now, so this is kind of the play to just keep him back.
Yeah, he's kind of balling with this red right here. Power does get the build though. This is gonna be the build's gonna be huge. I'm guessing he's a little early in case there's a shock up there maybe. No, he's gonna actually just try to get the build does grab an item. Almost didn't. Pudge back here with the single green. I'm guessing he has something good in his pocket there, unless he just got hit out.
Ooh,
and he gets shot behind boxes. Everyone in front of him is after boxes, and he gets the ground. This is looking great for Power right now.
I think he can win this.
Is he gonna red green? That green's probably gonna red's probably gonna connect on green for the Chris. No, green is still alive. Green gets out of that red shell. I don't know how he did, but it looks like green is out of that red.
Looking pretty rough for Squids too. Only one left on single digits after 3.
Yes, and you see Spike and AG down here as well pretty far, which is probably not something you'd expect going into the room. At least for Spike. I know AG's amazing at 200. I'm not too familiar with him on 150, but I'd assume he's pretty good there too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely an interesting race. But yeah, Squids is definitely not looking good for Squids. But the thing you gotta tell yourself here is most tournaments, a quarterfinal is 8 races. But in this event, it's 12 races. So that's what you got to be looking at here. You got 4 extra races than you normally would to come back. You got to get yourself back in the zone, get a good next race, kind of build up some momentum. You're not definitely far from out of it. I do remember, for example, to give a reference of how much 1 GP can change an event. This was a final, so it always would have been 12. But there's one event back in MK Wii where first place had a 40-point lead in an FFA going into the last GP. And the guy in the lead got 7 points in the GP, and the guy in second got a 50. So we actually won the event by 3 points, being down 40 going into the last thing. So that's that's just a rare example, but that is how much 4 extra races can change it. Although here it's a little weirder because the points are a little different with 10 players, but the point still stands. You've got 4 extra races. A lot can be done there.
So in conclusion, just don't choke.
Yeah, you just got to stay focused and tell yourself you're not out of it. Still got 9 races left. You can do a bunch with it. So Power here's main goal is just going to not to be get clapped by throwing up green or a draft bump or a draft trail or anything. This is a track where once you establish yourself near the top after section 1, you can usually stay up there. Blues and shocks aren't very common here, but they can happen. But Power's looking good.
Common, honestly, on this track. Shock's not really, since it's so short. But coins are kind of rough to come by on this track, so if Power can get to 10 here, he's just going to basically be outspeeding the holding room for the rest of the race.
Yeah, that red but he does get the red connected. That hurts a lot, actually. If he was able to get to that double without getting hit and pull protection, this would have been his race to lose. But he does get hit there, so he does have a mushroom. He's still in 4th, as you can see. This is really good to get out here front early here. And again, the train is the only way to really get coins, is the train spitting them out, so having 8 coins still, he probably still has more coins than pretty much the whole room. We do see Kudge gets hit there. Angel's in second. I'm not quite sure who's first. I missed track of that. I think it's Spike, actually. Or Spike's the guy who redded him out, so it could potentially be Spike. You see Squids is up here in 5th. He's trying to make a statement here, get himself back into it.
He's able to chain the red, but he gets kind of sus items, although this can probably just maintain his 3rd, which I'm pretty sure
this will be safe to protect his 3rd, definitely. Oh no, the boomerang off! AG's just like, yo, bro, man, we ain't messing around here, bud.
That might be the first time I've ever seen that.
AG with a huge boomerang connection there, out of left field. That was that was a great boomerang, honestly. I've never seen that happen before. That was a very good. You see someone looks like they kind of given up, or is that a mini-map room crash lag situation?
Let's see if they get items. Although the position is showing up though, so I think it probably won't be a room crash.
I don't know. It's looking
I
kind of
guess we'll
sus.
find it, yeah.
AG's historic boomerang might just not be relevant at this point, which would be kind of unfortunate, honestly.
All right, let's see if the DK gets a box. Is there an item here? Oh,
And
there
we
it is.
do get the room crash. That is unfortunate. AG's historical boomerang. It looked like Spike Angel were top 2. That's going to hurt Spain a lot in that situation too. So power works out for power because you kind of got clapped at the end there, but that just doesn't matter anymore. Maybe we could have anyone has a screen. We could get like a screenshot with the scores so we can have a better track of what's going on. Once the room goes back, would be kind of poggers as well.
Any lifesavers? Yeah, I could use a lifesaver right now, but I think if anyone can get a screenshot or a clip of the results, I think, yeah. So Cudge DC'd in 10th, which I think is probably what started the room crash. Since usually it's just one person ending the whole room, taking it down with them. Kind of hype if you're the one that DCs, but also kind of sus.
It is hype if it's you, because that was Cudge did get hit in the middle there, so it looked like he might have not been having a great race. That could be very fortunate for him.
Green coming in clutch with the screenshot. So after
Green
Yoshi Valley,
Green is the MVP. Is it posted in the Discord anywhere? Is it?
It is in the Solo Circuit Finals chat.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep that up here beside me the whole time, just so you can keep track of the scores. Yeah, green coming up massive. You love to see it.
Maybe a potential race count. Since most people like the positions did show up, so if everyone could show their spot, we could potentially get working race results for the NCT Wearing Road race.
That's a tad sus, but
I mean, would it be sus though if everyone just got their spot?
Yeah, if there's proof and everyone agrees, then yeah, it's fine. But I feel like that's a daunting task to accomplish, especially with needing a lot of people.
Well, we have mad spots right now.
Oh, I got the Jack DM with the picture too. I didn't realize, so thank you that for Jack as well.
So we have the top 8 right now for the race. So and Cudge would be last. So
by elimination, we know who ninth is by elimination. Then at that point.
It'd be Squids, I think. Unless Squids was mentioned earlier. No, yeah, Squids was, so...
Okay, do you mind giving me the...
It's Nico.
Hold on. Do you mind, I'm just gonna load a Word doc, and you mind telling me the results, and I'll get the scores.
Right.
But just gotta load a document first. Computer's, kind of being sus right now. And I forgot to call. I was supposed to call, and I forgot to do this phone call. Now I have to wait till Monday. You hate to see it.
Kind of soft.
All right. Yeah. I kind of threw there pretty hard.
All right. So breakdown of the RRRD race.
All right. So
Spain top 2 with Spike getting first and Angel getting second. Then we got Audi in 3rd.
Audi popping off.
We got Edgy in 4th. Then we got Green in 5th. Bone in 6th. Squids in the 7th. Power in 8th. And then
Nico 9th.
Yeah, Nico 9, Cudge 10.
And Cudge in 10th.
So after GP1, we'll have the GP1 scores, but we got 8 races left to still go here in the second quarterfinal.
What the point distribution is. Is it 13-11?
Yeah, it's 13, 10, 11, 10, 9.
13-10? I thought it was 13-11.
No, it's 13-11, and I guess it would be 9 to the rest.
And then 7-1.
Really? I don't know. Alright.
Oh yeah. 12, 10, 8. 8 and down.
RD will count official ruling. So 8 races left to game. And imagine dodging TM even on the random. Still cannot avoid TM. So.
I missed that. Yeah, I'm just doing these scores quick, so I'm going to leave the first bit of this race to you.
Alright, so Power getting the host advantage starting in first, even though he finished 8th in the previous race. Although it is TM, so might not even be that helpful in the first place. we'll see how it goes. So Power does get the huge defense first set, so that'll at least protect him until the end of the turn, but there will be people streaming up, so gonna lose this first place. We see Squids and I think that's Angel streaming up in the top 2. And I think if you're Power right now, you just want to make your way to the front while also keeping shrooms if possible for the cut next lap. So we see Audi, Edgy, Squids, Power, and Angel in the top 5 here. Going to the back end of lap 1, and Power pulls a huge red and bomb combo, so if he's able to knock out Angel here with this red, which is probably unlikely, he'll be pretty set up for the rest of the race. Opts to just throw for it. I think he won't get there in time, so I don't think it won't have much of an effect, but he does have this bomb trail, which I think it breaks the bomb behind him, but not totally certain. But Power pulls 3 reds in second, so should be set up to be in first anytime soon. And also Nico coming up into third, which could be potentially huge after getting 9th in the previous race. Might be able to back him, but doesn't. And Power right now kind of smooth sailing.
All right, I just about have these.
So going to lap, Power is able to get Angel with the Nana that he dropped the set, and he has a horn too, so if there is a blue, he is set. He's gonna have to use the horn, unfortunately, because second place through red, and he was able to horn Nico in the cut as well, so he gets the 2-for-1 combo, and he's gone right now. Star coming up in second place, not sure who it is exactly. Power is still holding down this 3 to 4 second lead as he goes into the last set. Does get another horn too. So yeah, that's basically just gonna hold down the fort for him no matter what. Stops. I don't think he does get Spike, and it's not like it matters since the top 2 is so far ahead that whole race. But do see Power, Spike, and Green still holding down the fort. Also Squids coming up big with a 4th place. Might be able to get himself back in it.
All right, we're back. Sorry for making you that whole race solo.
Yeah,
That took longer than I thought, to be honest. And then I forgot I had to go back to the special link thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that DC points, including Retro Rainbow Road, we had Bowen with 35, then Green with 34, Angel 30, Power 29, Spike 22, Audi 20, Nico 19, AG 18, Cudge 15, and Squids 10.
So I see some anti-gravity futuristic city on the board right now. Also a lost.
We got a lost ship. Yeah, we got a lost ship out there too. Kind of poggers.
We also got floating, floating battleship. And clappers. But
we get the random baby park at Papugo. Where are you when we need you, bro?
Bro, there's been 3 randoms so far. They're all
so
sus.
Spike is looking pretty good with that extra 10 points there after the DC. So that's good. Power got first. He's looking pretty suave right now. We're gonna see if he's gonna take the running route, starting in first on Baby Park. We'll see what he does. Smaller room, might go for it.
Perhaps, but it is also Baby Park. Just like a 1-minute race at the most.
Yeah, looks like he is. He's definitely gonna get coins because it's Power. He loves money, which is understandable. We all do, real life and in game. If you say you grind, and you're just lying. Alright.
Ooh, that red. Looking kind of sus.
He does have the double reds. Cudge
in the hands.
Yeah, Cudge did get the hands by a red from 3rd place. So Power keeps double reds in first. He's looking like he's gone. The only thing that can stop him here is really a blue shell. We'll see if he tries to chain to get a horn. He does get booed, so he only has 1 red now, and these other reds
get go a lap behind by giving the hands.
Yeah, ooh, there's a bomb drop there too in the middle. He gets booed twice on Baby Park. That's kind of rough.
Power is just chilling right now.
But he is absolutely just gone. Unless Cudge is second up there. I don't think so because he's using a star. Yeah, he's using a star. So
might be able to build him here.
Does get him. Cudge connects. Trolls even in FFAs. And then Green is coming up again. Green is just unchained right now. Kid is not messing around.
Green with the Leicester City odds right now. But
Power, yeah, and this is looking like a rough race for Power. That Bill clipping him is definitely just the downfall of his race. He might. And then there's a shot. He's actually gonna get last now.
Damn.
That is a rough race for Power. You hate to see it.
It's kind of the definition of Baby Park, I feel.
Yeah. And then you see Squids is still struggling a bit. Audi's starting to fall behind now too, with only 9 points here as well. He's definitely looking on the outer. He's definitely on the outs looking in at this point as well.
Albania grind.
Yeah, I need to get that Albania represent in here.
That green kind of chilling right now, dude.
Yeah, green is like butt chilling, if anything. And is not messing around.
I mean,
Kind of like
not
it.
sure-
I like it,
not su-
honestly.
Not sure there's a correlation, but it appears that after he used his Twitch Prime sub on Mario Kart Central, that he's performing well and MVPing this room currently. So, any primers in the chat right now? But see a lost ship, futuristic anti-gravity city, but we get Club Mario. So here we go on to Electrodrome for the 6th race, the halfway point of.
Oh, this is race 7.
Okay,
It is halfway.
Oh,
point,
it is race
though.
7.
It is halfway point though.
Back
See
from the
how long on
halftime.
I got the halftime break here. Does looking like Bowen, Green, Angel, Power, Spike are definitely in the top 5. 6th place is definitely up for grabs right now. Not quite sure who has it currently, but that top 5 is definitely the top 5. Power does get connected, which also gets Audi as well by default.
Dead body.
Yeah, Power's gonna go back to get some coins. Unfortunately, he can't pad the bank account. Money's tight apparently. It's kind of the economy we live in these days.
This really says a lot about society.
He's gonna have the Maximus Optimus with a star and triple mushrooms here. He's gonna chain it here, try to pull something else. He does get a blue shell. It's honestly, blue shell's not really something you like to pull in an FFA, but
Gonna opt to go around. I guess he's just gonna chain it next set.
Yeah. Like the blue shell does mess up the guy in first, but it doesn't really help you in any way in an FFA. So
I mean, it can also mess up the guys in 2-3 if first place is close to the rest as well, since it just makes everyone slow down. Ooh, the reaction time though on that green.
Yeah, and they say that older guys don't have reaction time. Well, this guy's kind of popping off here. Pretty sure he's like mid-high 20s. It's pretty old in gamer age, to be honest.
I think he's 23, 24, but yeah, that is kind of high in the gamer age.
Yeah, usually your prime's like 17.
Speaking of 17.
Before university. Alright.
It's practically kind of close though, I have to say. Tries to go for the long distance type on Spike, does not connect. He is coming the 5th. Good spot to get some shrooms for the final cut. Does get 1. I doubt he'll pull it all the way though, as Audi and Bowen are behind him. And Audi's gonna need a big spot here to stay in it potentially.
Yeah. He does wait successfully for the ball. That's a big weight by him there. Spike does kind of get. Spike kind of gets the hands a little there, but see if he's able to do anything here. There is a boo in play in like 3rd, so Power is going to get redded here. Unfortunately, that might technically, theoretically end his race. He might be able to bite some cheeks in the shortcut here, but I don't think he's going to be able to. But you never know. It's worth a shot. No, Green does get a bumped wide or just either took a wide shortcut or got bumped a wide in the shortcut.
Squid's an Audi though, and Kudge coming back with good 2, 3, 4 spots. So definitely.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna crunch up the standings a little bit. That's definitely good. So yeah, we got the players near the top finishing at the bottom, and the bottom finishing at the top, with the exception of Angel getting first place. So that's a huge race for Angel. All of his people around him are getting bottom half, and he got first. So he must be feeling pretty good about himself right now. And we'll see what he opts out.
Jack kind of sugar daddying right now in the chat. Some primes being handed out.
Damn, Jack kind of popping off.
So still see some anti-gravity futuristic cities, as well as some lost ships. And also, of course, the wheelies.
The vintage wheelies picked by Green, you love to see it. And we do get the planes that are usually good if you have a large brain. Also known as Donut Planes 3. So we'll see what happens here. These indivs, if this was the event and that first GP didn't happen, this would be a very close room right now.
Kind of poggers.
Like, how about we just kind of like low key scrap, you know? And I'm just kind of, I'm joking. Calm down. But
Any O2?
But yeah, the current room, since the room's reopened, this is a very, very tight room in terms of the individual puntos.
See if anyone opts the bag. We do see a Waluigi kind of chilling right now.
Yeah, it looks like most people are opting to run. Do got a couple people slowing down. That one, oh no, I think that was just minimap lag for the one Roy, but yeah, it seems like the majority are opting to take the running route. As you see, Kudge is in first as well, trying to do what he did in the previous round of top 48. Does have a red shell in first, so that's gonna be pretty good distance, but Power has the perfect counter to that right now with the Shroom and protection. Kudge goes with the back, was unable to connect.
Drops
he had
the double defense, don't know how to feel about that one, although he does get bailed out with it. Whoa.
Again, in double defense again, yeah, this man's on fleek. Oh, it does look like he does hit that banana though, so he is going to be out of first. You see Audi in first right now. It's going to be huge for him if he's able to get this. This bomb Power could effectively give them a nice top 2 breakaway if he drops it as well.
Might just drop
kind of be a bro favor for Audi as well. I think he's going to do it too. I think it's more of a benefit to back this. Yeah, he is going to. He connects.
I think he got
one person, I think. Audi is going to take the blue shell though. This is going to hurt a lot.
Power might be having explosion. Just kidding. He went pretty slow. Wait.
Audi, did Audi dodge? Oh no! Wow, some weird Albanian action going on there. I guess Power gets the trail between triple greens. That's some big power of the flag is insane sometimes.
Green coming up and getting in the
Green coming up huge again. Green is just popping off. This man's feeling himself right now, and I love it. All right.
Kudge
Absolutely unchained. We do see Squids getting in the back again, which is unfortunate for him, and Kudge is back there too. They definitely need to have a solid last GP. But again, they're still like, before the room broke, Kudge was only 5 points off Audi for 6th, and these indivs are close, so he's still like single digits out of 6th place, I think, I feel.
Screens rolled and we're all just living in it.
Yeah, we really are. You love to see it, to be honest. Big man Green popping off right now. I like that he represents the best color too. Is kind of hype. Green is the best color.
I don't know. I'm more of a silver guy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, at least you're not like the vintage 90% blue guy. So I appreciate that.
I fucking hate blue.
I don't hate it, but it's just soft because that's your favorite, because it's literally everybody's favorite color. And we are gonna get the dry. Spike wants to kind of shuffle it up a bit. They've been getting a lot of running tracks. You can argue Big Brain Plains is not a running track, but Spike's kind of like, let's just slow it down a little, kind of give a little reset, see what happens. You know?
Egypt for race 9 as we go into the final GP.
Yeah, we get the pyramid scheme.
So Power gonna opt to bag, probably the wise play in second place with no coins. But I think this is gonna be the determining race for a lot of people, since I feel like if you don't get a good race here, it's kind of just games to bring it back in 3. Whoa. Yeah.
Ooh, Power does like a little, he wants to bite the plant there. That's a strat. We'll see if he can pull the shock key. That might be like a meta strat that just works.
Might need to try that one out.
Yeah, I might need to try that out. Like that might be better than the cactus meditation strat if he pulls it here. So there's a lot. There's a lot of interesting strategies you can do to abuse the item system. Not literally, but it's more of a mental thing. But he does get a bill, which is not really what you want here, so...
Might just try and cancel the bill here, maybe, by going to the off-road. But I doubt it at this point.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a shock situation.
Yeah. Looks like the plant kiss isn't working out so far, but still time.
These features.
He's gonna bill up here. Bill's not really something you want here again.
Top is kind of gone, though. Like, even if there is a shock, I doubt it. That it'll really affect him that much, but
Power is in a good position here because he can still pull very easily pull a star here while he's goldening here and have a star in a decent spot. We'll see what he gets. First top 2 is kind of gone. He does get the star there. That's exactly what you want, and what you want to see. This chain's going to be huge. He's probably going to want to chain this to shock and get 2 good items. Pull like a triple shroom star would be ideal here, and that's exactly what he gets. Star in first slot 2 is huge. That's low-key actually huge.
For the next 20 seconds. Yeah, because that's probably going to go for squid, since if you're in a star, the red skip, you can go to the person in front of you.
He is going to get a bit of a dew cooldown on the item here with that single red, but first was a lot closer. Able to dodge the fireballs, but in return, he does get hit by the bill for that. And then Bowen coming out of the cut with the star. Yeah, that was a sucker punch from left field. That might hurt a bit. He's going to need to rely on pulling shrooms here. First has a decent lead, so we could. There has not been a shock in play.
Might be able to lay the hands here on Angel.
Bowen got the hands. Power kind of got the... getting the plant in front of the shrooms. You hate to see it. He is going to opt to go through yeah, you might clap a kid or two and get to use your mushrooms.
Gets Green gets hit on the line.
Yeah, Green gets hit on the line. I don't think it really matters at this point for him, but being able to flex like a room MVP on Twitter would be kind of hot. But
yeah, this. Oh wait, no, this is still anyone's game. I think. Besides maybe the bottom two.
yeah, it's gonna look a little difficult for Kudge right now, and Squids still.
Mm-hmm.
There are still, I believe, 3 races left, so get a couple firsts, and you suddenly just see yourself in that top 6, especially in a smaller room. So yeah, after this next race, I'm gonna take a screenshot and try to do a quick score update, just so we can kind of get a gist of what's going on here for the last couple of races. But it does seem that Green, Bowen, Angel, Power, and Spike, I believe, are still, I want to say, the top 5. But I actually need to see where Audi's at right now, because he was great. And Nico, actually, were kind of right out of it, too.
Are we going to Big Ben? Oh, no,
we are getting a Dolphin Shoals. We avoid another random. Audi actually has 34 right now. I actually think Audi is actually... Bowen's actually low-key, not farthest thing from safe right now, actually, now that I look at it. But we will get the official score updates after this race. Hopefully not too long into the 11th race. I'll try to do it as fast as I can. But Audi, I believe, is actually definitely in the top 6. Is 34 right now, plus his 20 earlier. Again,
I haven't really
seen
Edgy that much.
Yeah, I haven't really seen Edgy at all, really, this event. It's kind of just never really been around, I guess, where the streamer is, but I've not seen a lot of Edgy action besides that boomerang, which luckily was able to actually matter because the race did count.
Top 5 boomerangs of all time.
Yeah, AG's definitely making his screen time noticed, at least. I'll give him that. We do see Kudge up here at the start. He's really going to need a big race here. Power opts
back
for the
on
ball.
Green.
Does get the hands on Green. Power might be thinking like, oh, bro, like, I don't know, man. I kind of want this MVP myself, brother.
Need the Twitter likes.
There's a type in N. We'll see if that's able to connect on anyone coming up here. A bunch of stars use. Kudge connects a boomerang on Power, but it looks like Kudge got hit by something as well. So that's kind of giving... And then Squids first kind of got a big break suddenly out of that exchange. And Squids gets hit again. And there was the blue shell, but honestly, first is actually just gone. This is good too. They might get good items here because the blue took long to connect. So they could get really good items here in third. Power gets a solo. He's going to try to hit Kudge. That was Spike who's gone. There is an early shock. There are some sus greens. I don't... Oh, that green's going to kill someone. I guarantee you that. That green actually has mad pressure, low-key. You do see this top 3 slipping. Audi is in 4th, so again, he's staying up here. Spike's still keeping that first after that blue shock. The shock might have actually helped them just a tad bit, but not too... Actually, I kind of take that back. I'm pretty sure the blue's full effect was already in play.
That nano kind of spooky.
Yeah, Kudge is now battling Spike. He actually takes over Spike in first. Now Spike, he doesn't know Power has his pocket horn. Spike's got to watch out. Yeah, Power could do some mad damage on Spike right now, or even Audi, or even Kudge. Like Power, if he gets a good eel, here, that's just game.
It's so quiet. It's so quiet for Spike.
Oh, Spike gets sniped. And then Power gets punished for it too.
Fire run on
Power
bro,
connects the horn. Kudge is up here. Kudge needs this. If he has a pocket
also in
shrew.
second.
And we get the mystery boo could be massive. We don't know who it is.
Any backers?
Oh, Power almost just slapped Bowen the edge of his... Audi is the boo. And she's like popping off right now, dude. Oh, this is actually...
Ooh. Got some mixed up in the top.
Yeah, we got a lot of mixtapes being dropped right now in the chat, boys.
Sorry, you soft?
I got a screenshot. I mean, I'm soft, but like I got a screenshot. But I'm still soft, I'll give you that. I think I might have accidentally dropped an F-bomb, so I apologize if I did. Because that is not the... We want some Christian language here, so my apologies if I did.
More of a Buddhist guy, but that's fine. So... A little bit of thinking going on in Power's mind about what to go here. I believe he got 5th or either 4th, so might just want to go the drafting track route. But he does go the dentist.
The dentist, you love to see it.
So, bit of some track variety. Not really any meta track besides, obviously.
This is actually, just looking at this right now, this is looking really sus.
Let's go! Anti-gravity futuristic city is where we're going, I believe, for race 11. So...
This is actually looking really sus.
All right,
I'm
what's it
almost
looking
done.
like right now? All right,
It's looking pretty hot. I just got to order it now. First place, we do have green still holding on to first with 73 points. And then second place, we have power with a 67. So green's looking pretty good right now. Then we have Angel and Audi with 66, bringing up the 3-4 slots. Then we have a 63 with Bowen in 5th. Then a 62 with Edgy in 6th. That makes up the top 6. Then there unfortunately is a bit of a gap here, unfortunately. But
soft.
yeah, I thought there was 7 people. Spike has 54, so he's 8 points behind Edgy right now. And then Nico has a 46. Squid's a 43 and Kudge a 40. So it's kind of looking like the guy to keep track of is Spike. Nico, Squids, and Kudge are going to have a lot of work to do. So,
I mean, but if you're in the top 6 right now, you're feeling pretty comfortable going to lap 2 on race 11. So I think Power just kind of wants to get up as close as he can with the star, and then maybe chain it last set. Or the set before the miss, because not that many people do take last set after lap 2.
Yeah, I see the green plant here. Power's gonna chain the star, try to get another one ideally. It's a golden. Still good, still good.
Kind of useless though when you think about it, because it's like boost panels every 2 seconds.
Yeah, I mean you could use it. You could use it after the first items.
The misc and then Shroom's just a flex. Kind of sus.
Audi's up here. The Albania represent, looking good.
I don't really know what you do with this golden actually.
I would use it after the boxes here.
Oh
yeah. See if you get another mushroom. And yeah, use it here. There's not really much boost pads here. It does get a rock.
Get blessed, but this fire might be able to ruin some races. Kudge might have gotten hit off
looks
there.
like got hit.
Spike in second though.
Spike, yeah, that's the storyline we need right now. Is Spike himself. This Nisk's going to be huge for Spike. He needs to connect on this. Power is smart. Goes around. He's like, there's a star pressure.
I think Spike might have failed it actually.
Spike, yeah, and he gets redded as well. That Spike needed that. That hurts a lot, but that's all on him. I think he still manages 4th, so there could still be a shot depending on where the people around. Edgy actually gets first, so that's actually going to hurt.
Might be quiet. That might be a guaranteed top 6.
Where did Bowen get? Do you know where Bowen got that race?
He got second.
Okay, this is not looking good for Spike. Audi got yeah, Spike needs first here, and he needs somebody to get last. Ideally, Audi at this point actually needs to get last for him. So that was definitely not what you wanted from Spike. Even if he did make the NIS there and get second, still wouldn't have changed much because everyone he needs to beat is right around the top there too. It's just an unfortunate situation for Spike. But he's still technically in it, but he's gonna need to get the big first place here, I think, for it to matter. So we'll see if he's able to pull any last second magic.
Wouldn't he technically need like a bottom 2 for both of them, and then he needs to win the race for him to advance?
He only needs to pass one person, so.
Ooh.
But he's like a good like 8-9 points behind said person. So
go to RWS.
Really, Spike needs the first place here. It's first or bust at this point. He should play very aggressively, take risks. Doesn't matter if you get 7th or 10th. You want to just advance, you gotta take the risks here.
I mean, yeah, if you play defensively, it's not really gonna be enough because
yeah, you gotta go for gold here.
I mean, the worst that happens is you don't advance and you take a risk. But at the same time, it can totally end your race. Power gets the
early red on Spike. This could already make things looking hopeless if the Power decides to use this red, but he might keep it for protection because RWS is sus. No, he does clap Spike. Luckily, he was at least before boxes. It looked like Power was trying to get him after the boxes, but Spike is able to stay before the boxes, but it's going to be very uphill.
I'd be able to go for a sniper on Edgy.
Yeah, he goes for it, doesn't connect, ends up hitting himself. It doesn't matter at this point, but like, you still hate to see.
Might just ruin Spike's day here.
Yeah, do you see Spike in last right now? He's gonna really, this would be a miracle in Minneapolis, even though we're not in Minneapolis. I just like that. That's just a hype alliteration, but
misses the chance.
Yeah, he does have a boo back here, so we'll see what happens. We do see Bowen is back here. He's one of the people that Spike could potentially pass, so that is, at least if there's any silver lining for Spike, it's that one of the people is back here with him currently. Audi is also back here too, so Spike can find a way up. There is a bit of hope. There is a bit of hope.
That is Spike in 9th though. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, he's slowly making his way up.
Yeah, looks like, I believe that was Cudge who got hit by the banana there.
Who's in first right now? It's probably Edgy, honestly.
Yeah, Edgy's safe at this point. Spike is himself in 4th. We are going to need a blue shell.
Green with the horn!
And the blue shell comes! Spike avoids the blue, he avoids the horn! Spike could be writing his own story here. Bowen is coming up as well though, so he's going to need Audi to get clapped here to have any chance.
Bowen has the red right behind Spike.
Bauer has the red behind. Edgy's just too gone though. Like, Spike's got to get second at this point.
Bowen could just end Spike's entire career with the double reds.
Spike is out. Spike is out.
But Bowen
hits the wall. He's gonna red. Oh, his power! If that DK gets hit,
power might be
that DK gets
DK
hit.
got bombed by Edgy.
DK got bombed. Spike could come up huge. Seconds.
Bowen gets
Probably not enough.
oh my
Bowen
God.
gets hit. Spike could be making miracles in Minneapolis today, boys. We do not know. We do not know.
Is that enough?
This is a 10-point gap in this set. And how much of a point gap did they have at the start? I think Spike may have advanced by 1 point. Don't quote me on that. Do not quote me on that. But Spike may have just punched himself a ticket into the top 24 with a absolute miracle of a race.
Cinda is doing the table as we speak.
Whew. I think Spike may have done it, boys. I don't want to put words in his mouth. I apologize if I give the false hope, but Spike may have just written himself a nice history point there. Apparently it was 2 points and not 1. So Spike with a miracle race 12, getting out of that horn and the blue as they both come. The blue just missing, getting broken by the horn. Everything, Spike got hit at the start. Luckily, before the first boxes, that may have been the game
I think I might need to rain on your parade here. But, according to the table calculations, Bowen beat Spike by 3 points. Although I'm not sure that's totally correct.
I don't know, bro. Do we have both pictures?
It's actually gonna be kind of emo if that's the case.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so emo if that's the case.
What I'm confused is why
Asuna said he made it by 2 as well, so we do have some score confusions here. There's only the 2 pictures, right? Because I still have both pictures, I think. I could just do a quick vibe check here and see what happens.
Do never say that again. Alright, Cinda, give me the yes. It's
no,
good.
we need the Rainbow Road race too.
Yeah. But the confirmed top 5 is green.
No, I'm pretty sure he didn't actually get it, and I'm actually super emo right now.
Kind of soft, honestly.
I'm actually so emo right now. I actually just want to quit life at this point.
So, in that case, your top 6 advancing is in first place, green, surprising everyone, in the MVP of the room on the way to the semifinals.
I'm actually so emo.
Edgy, Power, Angel, Audi, Bowen making their way onto the semifinals, and we will return I believe in 7 minutes with the first semifinals match. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that is what it is. And I don't know if I'm still casting, so this might be it for me, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm just sorry. I'm just kind of defeated right now. I just feel bad because we gave Spike the false hope too. I know where I messed up too, so I'm pretty sure he's out. So my apologies to you, Spike, if I gave you any false hope. But, dude, I'm so emo. Congratulations to the top 6, though, who did advance. Definitely some solid gameplay. Punched yourself into the top 24. I don't know what else to say.
You might be casting, I'm not sure.
Are you casting again?
Yeah,
could do another
after
round.
this one. The round after this one.
Why don't you just cast it to me again? We can just...
Because my
double.
mind is kind of sus. I mean, if you really want, I can double up, but...
Yeah, double up, boy.
Alright.
Double up. Look at the chat. Chat, do you want us to double up here, boys, with the cast, or should we get a swap out here? See what the chat thinks. Get a double up. If the chat wants to double
I
up.
see a yes. I see a yes. Any knowers? All right, fuck it. Let's go.
Doubling up. Oh, yeah, you dropped enough bomb too. We're 1-1 now.
Oh, go, man.
I have no idea what the
I think you.
Yeah.
I think you need to not talk, Ricky. Just, yeah,
are we
that's
good?
Kind of embarrassing.
Are we good to go again, or is other people?
We want.
All right, I'll game for another one. That was actually fun. I'm actually so emo. I threw on the spike though. Honestly, I apologize for that. I was getting so hyped.
So I guess we're gonna do the same two casters again, but we're going to have to drop the stream for just a minute. Aid's going to be stream hosting the next one, so same casters will be up in just a minute again. So yeah, we'll be dropping the stream in just a second.